guys, today started off nice and now it's not quite as nice. It's still okay, still warm. It's just a bit, I mean, it had a good sort of, I could hear it on like the roof of Tesco's a bit before, where it was having a really good sort of rain. Here we go, we're going to get stuck here now because people haven't thought things out very well. But it's eased off again. So it did just have a little short spell of rain there. People just do not think ahead, do they, sometimes, when they pull into a spot, so they allow traffic to go by and then the traffic gets jammed further down. Typical. So, just been to Tesco's again, just on my way home, and not a lot else to say. Sort of caught up a lot on YouTube watching and what have you. I've still got a load actually to watch of Dave, DPNH Tech, Dave Parent. Still got a lot of his to watch, and I think then I'm about done. I'm about caught up then. So, but yeah, it's don't know. It's just this whole not being at work and being at home lark sometimes seems to leave you with even less sort of room to do things sometimes, because you end up getting roped in to do things that you wouldn't normally be doing or you wouldn't normally be doing at that time, sort of thing. I don't know, it's weird. You've got to change your whole sort of time management really. So beef dinner today. I bought a few bits actually yesterday off the butcher because I got beef joint for the dinner, and then I've picked up some beef mince and some pork loin steaks. Yeah, I've had the meat cut out the chop basically and left the skin on for flavour. So, and they're in the freezer, so we're going to have them sometime during the week. But yeah, so I've got to go home and what time we at? 2:03. So I need to really start thinking about prepping up for dinner more or less straight away. But I've picked up a few bits of footage this morning. I've been sort of like filming a mother bird and who keeps coming back to the hole in the wall nest on our house. So I filmed a bit of that. I'm not sure where that'll fit in the vlog, whether here, there, or I don't know. I might even put it near the beginning, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, it's just, like I say, it's all starting to grey over a bit now. There's a lot of cloud about, but it's still quite warm and bright. So there's a lot of sort of like low-level billowing clouds rather than high-level dense stuff that you quite often get, which tends to block out the light and turn it into a very grey day. Yeah, it's been quite an eventful week. I'm just sort of in the process of getting my mojo back together with getting these tech vids done really, because I've got a few that are still sort of hanging around that I need to get done. I've got some more bits and pieces that are sort of coming in and what have you. But, yeah, this is, I don't know really, it's just, I think my head's getting a bit muddled up with a lot of stuff, because of course now I've had like more appointments added to the list with like, you know, sort of, you got to sort of check in and make sure you apply for some jobs suddenly, because they make you use this gateway site and what have you. It's like a government gateway, so they can keep a check on you, make sure you're applying for jobs and stuff like that, which I haven't got a problem with doing anyway. So, you know, I've been applying for jobs. As long as you can sort of, it's a bit of annoyance really, because if you find it on another site, the job, and it hasn't been posted on the gateway site yet, then what you really need to do is sort of apply for it, but then when it turns up on the gateway site, you've then got to go in and say that you've already applied for it, and if you haven't, you have to say why you didn't want to apply for it. It's crazy. And then of course you'll get a barrage of questions of why didn't you apply for that job, you know, it'd have been alright for you, sort of thing. So yeah, you've got to sort of play around with it a bit and make sure that it is the same job that you applied for and stuff like that, because of course they can add jobs to your list that they feel would be right for you, and then you've got to look at them. So, you know, it can be quite tight with stuff like that. And then of course I have to go down and sign on at Beverley once a week, which I think is Thursday now. I think my first appointment was a different day, but I think it was, I can't remember what day it was, on Monday I think. But yeah, I've got to make sure I go and do that, which my first one was like 9 o'clock, you know, and I was there early waiting for them to open the door, sort of thing. But then after that it's like you tend to get different times during the day that might be sort of like 10, 11 o'clock, something like that. And the last one I went to wasn't just to sign in, it was also because I had to meet their work advisor and stuff like that. They take down some ideas, obviously, because you see a lot of jobs that you probably need some training for, you know, or something like that, because recently there's been a lot of reach forklift jobs and stuff like that. So, you know, I thought, well, if they're willing to pay for training on a forklift, then, you know, that's fine, which they, you know, they do that. I mean, as many of you probably know already, they are willing to pay for your forklift license so that you can gain a job like that. But like this hedges want cutting. Yeah, the hedges and the probably the trees could do with a quick low-level trim as well. Yeah, this tree keeps tickling the the car now, and because it's a cherry tree also, and you get vermin and birds feeding on the cherries, what happens is that side of the car gets all sticky with cherry juice and what have you. It's quite gross, really. You don't think about it till you go and grab the door to open it or something like that, and it's like, oh my god, it's just all sticky and horrible. More or less, or end of the vlog's coming up. It's just starting to spit a bit of rain actually, and I've got this gazebo up over the I've got one of those, let me just show you, and that's because we're building this, well, it's not me doing it, it's the wife's carer, and the kids sort of do it. It's for the Scarecrow Festival. I'm not going to tell you what they're actually doing, because obviously people might pick up on the idea and do theirs the same, or you know what it's like. But I will, when the Scarecrow Festival comes up, I'll make sure I show you then. But yeah, it's just starting to rain a bit now. Actually, it's gone quite grey, but I'm going to have to take the gazebo down. It's I think the wind's going to pick up, so, and it's not actually tethered at the minute, so it's going to have to come down and be put away, and I'll have to find somewhere to put the wicker man. As you can see, that wood's still kicking around. That's some of it. There was some over there, and it's been put over there because we had family around and that, didn't we, the other week? But yeah, it's starting to get a bit chilly. That wind is going to pick up. Yeah, that's definitely going to have to get put away. It's got a bit of a shake on now. But yeah, so it's a dangerous spot to sit just here as well, because right on the apex of the house right in the apex tile we've got a bird's nest up there as well, so you'll end up sort of getting sort of defecated on. But yeah, that is really starting to move. Yeah, don't take much moving there, do they? Because they're very light. I mean, that one is anyway, it's only a cheap one, but I think my daughter bought it to go and do a stall or something. She was doing a stall selling bows and stuff like that. She's actually quite good at arts and crafts, is my eldest daughter. She's very good, really. She does quite a lot of bits and pieces like bows for girls' hair, and she makes tutus and stuff as well. She ought to sort of like get her mind on it a bit better actually, and dig in and get a few built. She could probably sell them on Facebook and places like that because they're really good, some of them. So she does all that sort of stuff, and she always comes up with good ideas, you know. I think she watches a lot of crafting videos and stuff like that as well, and she's done all sorts in the past. Some of the stuff she's done some of it's really amazing actually. I just wish she'd do more of it, and she could probably make something of it, I think. There's no reason why she couldn't. I mean, it's a lot of work, like, you know, I understand that side of it. But, even the birds are moving fast with that wind up. We're getting a tailwind. Oh, blimey. That one was like a bullet. But, yeah, I come out sometimes on the night and I watch the bats go over because we get a few bats around. I don't think I'd ever be able to sort of pick them up with any of the cameras I've got. Otherwise, I would try and catch some on camera, actually. It'd be a bit difficult though. Yeah, it'd be interesting that actually. See if I'll have to give that a try some night, I think, see if I can get some of the bats on. But of course they move so quickly, they're quite, you know, they change direction very quickly as well, don't they? Yep. Neighbours are off. But yeah, it's I'm starting to feel the chill a bit now, guys. But, I'm just trying to think what's something. Oh yeah, I've just been messing around with the Apple keyboard because I was having problems with the space bar, and all it wasn't fastening properly at one end, and it's actually a very simple construction. So I had a quick look at a video just to see, and it's just really simple. So you just pry it off, and you just realign these little metal wires inside, and then just press it down tight, and it clips into space, and it's now working. So I'm pleased about that because I was sort of expecting I'd have to go and get I'd probably bought a Reeka one, but they're about between £30 and £40 at the minute. So, but no, it's alright now, it's that. What else have I been doing? I've had problems with, what was it, my strimmer. I think the carburettor's going on this, but it's quite an old one now, petrol one. I went and bought some two-stroke oil, got it all running, but it doesn't run for long and it packs up, so I think the diaphragm's going on the carburettor, so I'll have that to see to. The petrol head trimmer, I know that needs a primer bulb because the primer bulb's cracked. So, yeah, everything always breaks down, doesn't it? That breakdown. What else did I break down? Oh, battery, backup battery, you know, for me phone and stuff like that. For some reason it just stopped. It was saying about about 68%, I think it was saying, or something like that. I plugged something in and the screen just went dead, and pressing the button did nothing. Plugged it in, nothing when I charged it, because normally when you plug it into charge and the screen would light up and it'd tell you the percentage, and it's doing nothing at all. So I might sort of try leaving it plugged in overnight and just see if it's just gone for some reason totally flat. I wouldn't have thought so, because I use it a fair bit, you see, because my camcorder is got a USB lead with it. I can charge via that, and it was good for doing sort of like extra length videos, because obviously I've never bought another battery for the camcorder. I've only ever had the little one that comes with it, and that gives you about an hour and a half of footage sort of thing, but of course when you're on and off all the time that gets a lot less. And they're all getting rather noisy now, aren't they? There's never a dull moment in this village, I tell you. But I've got to disappear off out again soon, and I've obviously got the rest of this to edit and that, so I'm going to wrap it up anyway, guys, and so do take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next week. Cheers, guys. See you.